The Soup Kitchen's been running for 106 years, founded in 1901, so in 3 different locations but all in the same block. Yes, I think that Suzanne in the early days had a great way of attracting assistance and getting the community behind her, and that's been partly the reason for the success, I think, and the way that the community is so very much behind both benefactors and donations, financial and food and all sorts of other things, and also in their time, the volunteers that come. She taught the sisters that it was really important to give people who have finance and goods to spare the opportunity to donate. So rather than going out and buying something, to ask people if they would like to give us something at a friendly price, or would they like to make a donation. And many times people are only too happy to do that. It gives them an opportunity, as she said, to do good. So we work on that, and it works very well. I think that's the lovely thing about the Soup Kitchen with the volunteers and with ourselves, but particularly in relation to volunteers, they get to interact with people who in their normal day they would perhaps pass on the street or sit somewhere near in a bus but never speak to. So it's setting connections, and we have a lovely young woman, Melissa, Melissa Moon, who is an international marathon runner. And she comes in and she said that she does her running practice in the city in the morning, and she feels completely safe because she knows so many of the street people. So it's like a security for her. So that's just through her working in the Soup Kitchen. We have around 150 volunteers. About 80 or 90 of them are regularly on in the Soup Kitchen. That's the biggest area for our volunteers, and we never have to advertise for volunteers for the Soup Kitchen. We just have a steady trickle of people popping in saying, I'd like to be a volunteer, which is great. And many of those people are under 30, probably about half the people that have come through in the last couple of years have been young men and women under 30. We only take volunteers in the Soup Kitchen from the age of 14. So they're mainly young working people, some students, and it's great actually, all different religious backgrounds and just different stratas of society. All sorts of people are represented as volunteers. Yes, so we have a training session that they undertake before they begin, and part of that is they learn about Suzanne Aubert and about the mission and the values of the place, about the fact that we want it to be a really hospitable place, and we want to really let people know when they come in that we believe they have dignity, because many of them don't feel that they have dignity themselves. So we want volunteers to get that idea before they begin, so that they're coming in with the right sort of idea from the beginning. And we just find that people are really happy to know about the background. And in fact, a young woman said to me recently, "It was great to find out about Suzanne Aubert and the mission. It was really cool," which was great feedback for us too. Yes, 2 people came in off the street and ordered a dinner. And we're quite surprised to find actually it was a soup kitchen. It was in the middle of the day, and they did get a dinner as a matter of fact, but they were tourists, and in fact that the story went to the newspaper somehow, and even appeared in newspapers in Australia, which really amused us a great deal. I think because it doesn't look like what a soup kitchen people think a soup kitchen should look like. I think they have an idea that it's in a basement and it's long tables and stools and a bit like Oliver Twist. But we try to make it look very much like a cafeteria and operate very much in a regular way rather than an institutional way, because it's we want people to to feel normal, feel as though they're in a normal sort of a place and not somewhere that actually compounds their feeling of perhaps little self-worth that they may already have. We really see divine providence operating every day here, and that is through the people who donate food and all sorts of other goods, and the big desk and table that were in the cluttering up reception today, which have just been donated today, and the people who help us in so many ways. It's all the providence of God. God sends them along, just at the right time usually.